This is the story of Gerald, the most amazing boy around.
When other kids spoke words,
he only made this sound. Gerald McBoing-Boing. Gerald McBoing-Boing. He makes all kinds of sounds, whistles, honks, and chirps. His dog he never barks, but watch out when he burps. Gerald McBoing-Boing. Guess the sound.
sound check! Red light. Green light. Red light. Green light. Super green light. Extra speed, triple fast, super green light.
Jacob! Your mom is on the phone.
Oh, thanks. Aw. Okay.
Someone, please yell red light.
Ah! Sorry. Red light.
Green light, anyone? Excuse me. Guess the sound.
Sound check. Aw, why are the animals always sleeping when we come to the zoo? You're the best, Gerald.
Here is a fantasy tale to enjoy, starring Jacob, Janine, and Gerald McCloy. They all play a part in this world of pretend. But the hero is always our sound-making friend. This is the story of Tulip Tom and his flowers, and the time that he sneezed for 99 hours. Tulip Tom grew more tulips than any farm in town. But those flowers made him sneeze from sun up to sundown.
My tulips are pretty. Their smell is so pleasing. But when I sniff their flowers, I just can't stop sneezing. Achoo! Achoo! Oh, I wish I didn't do that.
Just then, a passing wizard heard his sneezy plea.
I can help you with your wish. That's my speciality.
Really?
The wizard opened up her magic wizard book.
A spell on page 29 should get you off the hook. Abracadabra, abracadoo!
But as she read the spell, a breeze came blowing through. Instead of page 29, she read page 92.
Kadoo, kadabra, abracadoo. All done. What you think?
I'm cured. I'm cured!
Tulip Tom sniffed and laughed as he fell down to his knees. But suddenly his tulips all began to sneeze.
That's odd.
Every time he got too close to where the flowers grew, all the pretty flowers would sniff and go, achoo!
Whoops! That's not supposed to happen. I better get help. Boing, boing! Boing, boing!
The wizard called for Gerald, and he came mighty quick.
Help me with this flower guy who makes his flowers sick.
That sound-making kid had never seen such flowers. They really needed help from his sound-making powers. So he sounded up a mule with a box atop his back, filled with many tissues for this seasonal attack.
Blow, please.
Tulip Tom tried to help, but when he came too near, those flowers sneezed some more.
I must get out of here.
No, wait!
That wizard cried.
Do not run away. I think that I can fix this. I'll fix it now. Today. Something went all wrong when I went to cast my spell. I tried to help Tulip Tom, but things didn't go so well. You think the wind turned the pages while I was doing my spell? That just might be true. The last spell I read was on page 92. Kadoo-kadabra, abracadoo.
Gerald sounded up some wind as she read a magic line. Those pages turned from 92 right back to 29.
Abracadabra, abracadoo.
Did you fix it? Did you fix it?
When Tulip Tom knelt down to smell, that is when he knew. Not a single flower sniffled or made a big achoo.
This is so amazing. Your spell has worked just right. I can smell my flowers every day and every night.
And then he ran and skipped and played through that flower field so pleasing. The sun was bright, the blossoms bloomed, and nobody was sneezing.
Guess the sound.
Sound check!
Hey, kids. Watching the lions? What's going on here?
Oh, we were just watching the lions dance.
What? Dance? I've worked at the zoo for 40 years, and all I've ever seen these lions do is sleep and eat.
Have you tried playing music for them?
Music? No. Food, water. That's what lions want. Yep, time to feed them, I guess. Music for the lions. That's a good one.
Okay, Gerald, time to go to sleep. Oh, and that's so sweet of you to tuck in, Burp. But it doesn't look like he's ready to sleep yet. I think singing him a lullaby is a great idea. Rock-a-bye Burpy in his dog bed. He sleeps with his paws on top of his head. His eyes are shut tight and his tail is all curled, asleep by his best friend in the whole world. Excuse me. great job putting Burp to sleep. Now if you could only do something about his snoring.
Guess the sound.
Sound check!
Boing, 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 boing. Guess the sound.
Sound check!
Hey, Gerald, were you and your dad just in Quacky Burger?
Was it fun? What'd you do? Wow! Arcade games! That sounds fun! I gotta check that out!
How is the food? Ooh, that sounds yummy. I want to try some.
I don't think anyone can resist Quacky Burger. Like I said, I don't think anyone or any duck can resist this place.
Guess the sound.
Sound check!
Wow! How are we gonna fit all this in the car?
Here is a fantasy tale to enjoy, starring Jacob, Janine, and Gerald McBoing-Boing. They all play a part in this world of pretend. But the hero is always our sound-making friend. This is the story of friends you might know who reported the news on a daily news show.
Today's top story, the big picnic is being held today in City Park.
A big picnic? I love picnics. Better get my basket.
Janine and pal Jacob reported together, while their friend Storm McBoing-Boing kept track of the weather.
Strange, it doesn't look like rain.
Then something happened that's hard to explain. On a bright, sunny day, it just started to rain.
Rain! The picnic will be ruined.
The sun is still shining. No clouds in the sky.
It's raining like crazy. We must find out why.
They crisscrossed the city on streets long and short. They could not find answers for their weather report. The rain kept on falling. The sky was a blur.
The big city picnic will be canceled for sure.
No, not the picnic.
Back at the station, Storm looked for a clue. He had maps and machines. Most weathermen do. Somehow the rain all seemed to fall down from the top of the tallest building in town. So Weatherman McBoing-Boing sounded up a quick ride and picked up his friends on the town's other side. To the stormy town center, the news team went flying and found on a rooftop a big monster crying.
So it's not the usual storm after all. It's the tears of a monster. Look at them fall.
We must find out what's wrong. Right now. Right away.
What's wrong, Mr. Monster? You're crying today.
That monster had lost his pet kitten, it's true. Now those news people knew just what they had to do.
Will you stop crying if we find your kitten?
Need a tissue?
Jacob, wait!
Today's top story.
All across town, people watched that news show.
Have you seen this sweet kitty? If you have, let us know.
Hey, you know, I saw a kitten like that before while I was getting ready for the big picnic.
Folks saw that report and the kitten was found.
But how can we get her back down on the ground?
That Storm McBoing-Boing, he really has charms. Soon that soaking wet kitty hopped into his arms. And then those reporters were happy to say,
Everything's great in our hometown today. That monster got back his sweet little kitty. His tears are no longer soaking the city.
That's all for the news. Now we've got to go. We're off to the picnic. Thanks for watching our show. Guess the sound.
Sound check!
Thanks for helping, Gerald. Now, it's time to go clean your room.
How's the cleaning coming, buddy?
I've got a snack for you, sweetie.
I see you and Gerald went to the grocery store today, hon.
Yeah, but how did you know?
Oh, just a good guess, I suppose.
Ahem. No playing until we're done eating dinner, Gerald.
Excuse me?
Sorry, Burp. Can't play now. We're eating.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
You know, honey, that looks fun.
Yes, it does.
Well, I'm all done eating. How about you, Gerald? Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's play!
Boing, 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 boing.